It is doing the work.
I know, right? Shoot, yeah, I'm in here. I hopped on late, and my computer was acting like it was on its last legs and stuff like that. I was like, I don't need this right now.
Dude, no, I totally feel that. God, I hate when it does that. Oh, I got the blue screen of death literally in a meeting yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
Where I was just like right in the middle of a Zoom call and sorry, we need to restart your computer. It just shut down. And I was like in the middle of talking with someone.
Oh man, that's the worst. But nah, yeah. So it happened to cough up a little bit, and then it came back on. So luckily, we're fighting another day. And like I said, we're gladly to be on another episode here of You, Me, and ChatGPT to give the people what they always come to get, and that's a whole bunch of shenanigans and a little bit of technology sprinkled in between.
That's exactly right. And we're always happy to deliver that because it's a good ass time, honestly.
Exactly. Shoot. I was messing around with the whole produce matrix stuff with the little characters and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I think that one thing that I'm starting to realize is that doing this whole thing is that you got to kind of do things a little bit different. And that's, I was like, why would I could just have regular pictures of, fruits and vegetables, but what if I put a little spin on it? What if I, made them these little characters and people, I'm just imagine, like I said, if local farmers started putting their own little spin on it, it's like, oh, okay, I'll buy these oranges because, hey, I bought 5 of them and this is what the little thing looked like, the token or whatever. It's like, that's where I think that with something like a produce matrix, I mean, obviously not yet, but it would be kind of cool to combine, artists with these different farms and stuff like that. And then now you create these like whole like little mini brands, you know what I mean? Like, where it's like this artist now represents this farm and does all their merch and all this other things. It's like, and then by that time, you got Growbot to get you out there and all these things in between. And so it's like, I mean, I think that's kind of where we're moving, as we've talked about with the whole Web3 movement, and it's really getting towards like personal brands and things like that. So,
100%. Sorry, allergy season's got me.
bro, it's the worst. I gotta take my medicine. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta be taking my medicine and stuff like that too. I'm on the Claritin daily.
Oh yeah. I was like, the thing that works best for me is Benadryl. But if I take that, I'll be on my ass.
Oh yeah, bro. Best thing at nighttime. Best thing at nighttime.
Oh, dude, have you ever had what do they call it? The Benadryl hangover, where like you get up too fast then after you take Benadryl and you kind of black out and almost fall over?
Bro,
that happens to me sometimes when I take Benadryl.
Bro, Benadryl be hitting, man. That should be, like I said, when you got your allergies, when I know, like, it's like, all right, let me take this. I'm probably gonna be sleeping the next hour to 2, probably.
Yeah,
guaranteed. If I put on a movie, I'll probably be gone in the next few.
There's no fighting it. There is no fighting it. And I've been on everything. Claritin. I kind of forget what the rest of them are, like Sudafed, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's Sudafed and stuff like that. Oh,
yeah.
Shoot, that's all that Breaking Bad.
I try to do the local honey thing now, which I don't think it really works that much better than nothing, but whatever, pseudoscience maybe.
Yeah, I know, right? As they say. Nowadays, you can be able to. They say you can heal yourself with your mind if you really want to.
Yeah, and like it's worth trying.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm gonna trust science because, as you can see, I always find it funny when like people are like really gung ho on like. Again, I do understand there's holistic practices and different things like that, but like when some people are like, "Oh, I don't believe in science," and da da da, it's like, well, first of all, if you don't believe in science, then why are you wearing glasses? Because science to be able to make glasses. Or if you're talking to me on a phone, you don't believe in science, but you do because you're talking on a phone that was proven with science. Like, you get in a car, you believe in science, and you have faith in science because you're hoping that this person put the car together and you don't die.
Yep. Well, I mean, science and technology for the average person is still magic.
That's the funny thing that I always come to that conclusion is like most of the stuff that we're doing now would be witchcraft and wizardry back in the day.
Yeah, 100%. And then my favorite part is almost every time you take off the mask, so to speak, if
Yeah,
like we're thinking of Scooby Doo, it's like the simplest fucking solution. You're like, that's it? That's all that you needed to do? Like you have this, it looks like it's this really complicated thing, and it's like three levers that rotate hidden
bro.
inside of a container that, the average person doesn't get to see because like they're like, ooh, it does this,
And
whatever it does.
yeah, and then you're sitting here and you're like, and that's what it really comes down to. Is just I think most people just want the baby. They don't want to hear about the labor.
Yeah. No, that's always what it is.
And
Like
I think
straight up. Even like down to like a parental stuff. Like you ever info dump on your parents and just they're like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. We didn't, need that.
yes,
We just need you to do this.
ever since I got in this whole crypto space, I feel like that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Nope, well, that's definitely one of many times I've been made to feel that
Yes, it's
way.
like you'll be like, "No, I'm telling you, but it's this. Like, you guys this," and you're like, "I can help you." Then they're like, "Yeah, okay,
This
sure."
isn't that big of a deal, Connor. We just really care about this little piece and just do it. I don't see why this is so hard for you. I'm like, I just don't want to do it. I just stupid.
It's like, no, it's like you're not hearing the big picture. There's no point of me doing this anymore because it's inefficient, and this is the reason why it's inefficient. And then you're like explaining, they're like, "But we
Well,
don't care."
and it's circular logic. And
Yeah,
they're also ultimately getting frustrated with you because they're just like, I just want you to do what I told you to, and I want to be done with this conversation. I don't see why that's so hard because that's
man,
how parents are sometimes.
man. But so I was with the whole produce maker thing. I was also
Yeah.
too I was making a connection
Hmm.
and possibly thinking about sponsoring a local youth soccer team.
Oh, okay.
Because then now, this might be maybe next year, depending on some conversations and things like this. Possibly having a youth soccer team, and then now that could be a combination for the marketing and advertising. Because then now, when they're in season and they have, for instance, the signage across their jerseys, instant marketing. Then now we provide fruits and vegetables for the kids
Hmm.
and the parents, because most likely the parents will be in that target market. So yeah, so
Yeah. I mean,
talking,
it makes sense. It's obviously limited to region and obviously like kind of that, but at the same time it makes sense. So,
yeah.
yeah, if that's something you want to budget for.
Yeah, it was something I was thinking about because like because even in the side of like I was like, okay, well, customer wise, target customer wise, it
Hmm.
makes sense because
You'll be able to onboard all those parent users, and maybe because of the metro region we're in, we're going to have some ties into different rural farmer local communities. And then also, parents in general are also more on that like hippie granola sort
yep,
of wavelength, looking into the best food possible for their children is the way that I think those moms would present it. But
exactly.
regardless, they care exactly about what your offering is.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that it made sense to me because it's like you kind of have to go down that rabbit hole of value, like for like, okay, like who would want this said thing?
Yeah.
And especially when it comes to that, obviously, doing things like maybe with a gym or something like that, and whatnot. But especially parents nowadays are becoming more conscious about, what their kids are eating. Shoot, a lot of people what they eat themselves. And
I, a very weird partner that might make sense are like high-end spa studio like yoga meditation places
true.
because that is also those people, and then having fresh fruit at least available for the end of their session might be a refreshing
That would
post
be.
workout offering.
I never even thought about that. Let me put that down.
Well, I only thought of it because you said gyms, and I was like, what is the bougie like equivalent of that for those, suburban moms? And it's those yoga, meditation, Pilates studio places.
Yeah, because then now if they can offer fresh fruits after
Right.
a yoga session,
And I think they often already do, but if they have a branded
yeah,
partner that
yeah,
helps them do that, there's probably for real an opportunity there, especially if you're like, well, I'm on this larger mission of making sure that only healthy food and produce makes it into your body, they're going to hear that and be like, how can we support you?
Yeah.
Well, like,
You got to speak the language, man. You just
yeah,
got to speak the lingo at the end of the day, man.
yeah.
And that's just it's always interesting, especially as you get into the whole business owner kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, and these are the things that, not to say Chat GPT and AI can't teach you these things, but there are things that you have to actually go out there and like sit down and like, for instance, we had to workshop this and like we wouldn't have, yes, we could have prompted this, but
Mm-hmm.
these are things that like you wouldn't gain until you have those tangible conversations of people that are actually like testing it and whatnot. So yeah,
100%.
it's definitely a fun project to work on. I'm definitely interested on how what ends up coming of it. For instance, because like I said, we
I
didn't
like
go.
the fruit characters too, because you're doing another thing that is great. I would say in like brand building, community building, or whatever. But people are really attached to personification, right? When
Yeah,
you give inanimate objects, human-like attributes,
yeah,
and it brings them to life for them. That is
yeah.
something that we as humans gravitate towards. That you're keen in
You,
on just
bro, you
naturally.
are you are giving me an idea right now. What if we created an anime series or an animated series, whichever one, basically called Produce Matrix? And then just like in the characters that we have that I put, we just basically create like a matrix of like fruits and vegetables, and like we make like a Morpheus and a Neo and all these other things. And then all you do is just basically just do the rabbit hole thing of like, oh yeah, the 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 fatty snacks are the ones that are controlling the matrix and all this other shit. And literally you could just have a whole spin-off itself and make that a whole business entity alone with YouTube. Really, you wouldn't even have to make like a whole studio. Just get a couple creators and get a couple animators and be like, hey, create this whole little multi-universe of just fruits and vegetables and all this other shit.
I mean, yeah, I think that that's great. And then what it could do is just follow through on the mission you already have. Tell the story of Produce Matrix.
That's it.
Those
Mhm.
characters are out there because they want to create sustainable technology systems where the technology's,
Yeah,
weaknesses become the biological system's strengths, and the biological system's, needs are met by these weaknesses.
mhm.
It's this whole yin yang balancing story
Yeah,
about how, you know, it's not that something is bad, it's that it's out of balance, and we're coming in and finding balance, right? And that's Produce Matrix's mission, is to like help everyone in the matrix find balance, because the matrix is out of balance. That's what Produce Matrix is coming in to fix. Maybe, I don't know.
yeah. No, and that's the thing. It's just like, which I think that would be definitely fun to workshop on a little Chat GPT one time.
Yeah,
When we get some time, maybe on our Thursday meeting, we can do something funny like that. Um, Today, I think what we wanted to do was mess around with the website.
yeah. So just heads up, I do have to get off probably a couple minutes before 3:30, just because
No
I have
problem.
another call stacked right against it, and they gave me a laundry list of things to talk about before I.
Yeah, no problem. So that way you can get ready for it. We can do that.
They literally sent me the email like 6 minutes ago, so I just saw it, and I'm like, okay, I need to read this before the meeting.
Nah, you good. You good. No worries. Like I said, that's why we get to do what we do on here when we want to. So yeah, we can just basically workshop and just mess with the site, set up a little shop with the little characters.
Ah,
Um Shoot,
so
well, that
we're
gives us what time you need to get off in like
about 30 minutes from now.
about 30 minutes. Okay. So like 3:20.
Yeah, well, 3:25 works too.
Okay.
I can
So
give myself 5 minutes.
yeah. So yeah, basically what we'll just do today is just take the images, return to a little shop. Do you need the specific number? Because do we want to kind of put the little inventory thing to where it's like if people do buy it? I mean, not to say inventory thing, but I don't know if there's a counter or something like that.
Yeah, we can do that. 1 second. I'm pulling up the two emails from you so I can reference them and show people what I'm referencing too.
Cool.
I might start with your video game, to be honest, though. We were putting that on dash in between.
Yep.
So I'm
I also need to fix up the little the paragraphs. I gotta go in there and change that up because I think it's some stuff from the old template.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll go in there and add it. Hopefully, I can add it without messing up stuff like last time.
You should
Even
be
though
able to. I don't think you messed anything up. I think a plugin itself just like got out of whack and we needed to refresh it.
Yeah, I got in there. I got in there and I was like a little kid that like, when like a kid like breaks a glass or something like that, I like freaked out and like literally closed my laptop completely. I didn't even like I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave this whole thing alone.
Back out quickly, and then I couldn't have done anything wrong.
Yeah, if I close my laptop, it's like nothing happened, right? And I was like, Connor won't notice. And I was just like, yeah, let me just text. I was like, yeah, bro, I think I messed up stuff. And you're like, well, it looks like nothing changed. I was like, oh, so this is the one good time that all my work didn't pay off.
It is kind of nice though that it works out that way, you know?
Yeah.
See what happens. Height 100%, width 100%. So then let me make this do viewable height, and
So currently we are adding Dash in Between's new minigame. And for those that don't know, game services are now offered with Dash in Between. Look forward to some new mini games coming up.
So that's not gonna work.
So maybe it needs to be bigger. Or maybe the width isn't work. I mean
no, okay, so that's this. Let me try just this first. That sounds better for some reason. Let me see this. If I just go to this first.
Because would it be easier for you to? No, that's not mine. That one's not mine.
Okay, so that's part of the problem, I think. But play Rosebud link. I need your game link, which should be a play Rosebud with whatever this unique garbage is, but for your game.
Okay, so do you need the direct link for my game currently right now?
Yeah, if you give me the direct link for your game.
Okay. So maybe that's the problem.
I might know what to do next.
Okay.
With just what they gave me.
And if it ends up taking us a little bit longer, then we can just move over to the produce matrix stuff and figure that out a different time.
Yeah, but also it might be pretty quick. I think once we.
Yeah, I'm about to.
I might just hard code the values into the height and width of this thing here, but we'll see.
All right. I'm sending it over right now.
Cool.
Okay, I just sent it. And also, I think with those little characters, those are going to be dope little merch too.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely need a shirt with those little guys on there. Yeah, I think I just sent it. There it is.
Cool. All right. Nice. There's your game.
You guys are seeing it now live. Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This shit's kind of hard.
Yeah. Game over, loser. All right. Cool. So I don't know how to pause exactly, but
It doesn't pause, so you should be able
it'll
to
just go forever. So now I'll come back here and I'm gonna switch this. And then I'm gonna make the height, let's call it 500.
Look
Yeah.
at that. Look at that.
And maybe I make it 1,000. And then instead I'm
this is why they pay him the big bucks. Well, here soon.
Yes, eventually, I hope.
Yes, you guys are seeing it live and in person. No AI. This is right here
so
in your face.
that looks good. We're gonna call this Bitcoin to the moon. And then we're also gonna have the title there. And then
because then now we have an incentive to get people to come to the what's it called, and then now we can track it.
Yeah, 100%. So okay, one sec. Great. The game is on your site now, and I died right away.
Let's go.
Cool. So, two things I'm gonna do. One, I want to see how that looks. Great. Looks fine on mobile.
Sweet.
It's not perfect, but it works. What I'm gonna do now is put a spacer above and below. Just give a little bit of space. We're gonna make it that, and then duplicate. Do that down below. Make that. Great. I'm actually even going to make that that. And over here, I want that to be probably this. Cool. And then we'll publish it there. And then lastly, I'm going to do this. We'll restart the game. We will take a screenshot of it. And then, yes, we're going to save that as SS did. And then put screenshot in a computer. Markup 3. This is going to be annoying. I'm not going to do the full version of it, but I'll come back and do it later. So what I'm going to do is go back to the home page.
Yeah, as long as
and add a little call to action for it.
Yeah, so you're already ahead of the game because I was thinking I was like if I could get like emails or something like that then I could be like, all right, you put an email in order to play the game or some shit like that. It's like, all right, cool.
Oh, you could do that. Um,
Or after the game, you put an email.
yeah. Well, you could just basically put a pop up there asking them. I don't have a gatekeeping solution yet.
Yeah,
Basically.
no, it's no worries on that. Like I said, you already got the game. You got the game on there. That was the main thing. So check that off the list.
Right.
Boom. All
What
right.
I was going to do is add a link to it on the homepage so people could go click to the game and know about it.
Yeah.
Because right now it's just on this page, and to get to the page, well, one, that's not a great name for the page, but I'll deal with that in a second. Cool. So I'm going to do a cool little call out for it, I think. Video game. I'm going to make this one be a black background. And then I'm going to put 2 containers inside of it. I'm going to make it horizontal like that so that in this container right here, I can go ahead and do this and add the screenshot.
Boom. It's magic, ladies and gentlemen. Back in the day, this would have been witchcraft and wizardry that you guys are seeing.
Right. So how quickly we could just rapidly build prototypes and websites, right? So we're going to do, no, we're going to do that though. And then we're going to also align it like that. And then say something like, need a game for your brand.
Oh, marketing 101.
Ask us about our video game development services and how they can create unique experiences for your customer and drive additional value for your business.
People are probably watching like, what the hell's going on? Why didn't you use ChatGPT to put that together for you?
Or have fun playing hours. Why did I not use ChatGPT to put it together? Sometimes, ChatGPT takes more effort than just stream of consciousness provides.
You gotta put your hands in the filth.
Yeah. I mean, I could just have ChatGPT rewrite what I said, and I bet it will do it even better than what I just did. But it's like, why? This seems good enough.
Exactly.
And also, like, not to say that like something is ever good enough, but like, sometimes I think it's not the worst. Like I do an okay first draft.
It's looking nice.
Cool. Let me click back on that button again, and going to the moon. We will also style this. Make that link to Bitcoin.
This is exactly why people need to understand. Like when people scoff at website development and all this other things, this is what you need to see. This show is not only to just show you about Udemy and ChatGPT and the things that you can get on, AI. This is to show you what goes into every single app you see, every single website you see, basically everything we're currently interacting with. Somebody had to do all this stuff in the background. And most of you guys probably don't care, which is nice. It's fine. But those people that do will continue to make a lot of money. because this stuff is next level. Because everything we do is on the internet. And if you don't know how to write on the internet, you're going to pay somebody that knows how to write.
Uh-huh. And then on top of it, even beyond any of that, like you're a creative, you're trying to position yourself as a creative advisory business, right?
Yeah.
And so you've got Web3, you've got NFTs, and now you've got a video game. Like you clearly are creative, I think, at this point. And so when they come here, they'll see Web3 is complicated with dash in between. It doesn't have to be. You got NFTs down below, and you got a cool call to action in here saying, need a video game for your brand, right? That's
Yeah.
another service you offer. You'll probably need a service page basically at where we're getting to, because you're
I
kind of
have a price list.
yeah. I don't know if you want to put the prices on there. Maybe you do because then it qualifies them for conversations. But sometimes people get your expertise once they're in conversation with you.
Yeah.
So, but having a list and descriptions of what they are is the key.
Okay.
But here we are. You're on the page again, and you can click play now. It takes you right to your video game to start playing.
Boom. Let's go. Let's go. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. How many people in Kansas City got a game on their website? Not too many.
I know I don't. You do now, though. And
Hey.
that was so freaking easy to add, really. I mean,
Hey, Playhouse is gonna have one here soon too. Don't you worry.
hell yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, you watched it, like we just problem solved all those problems live. So
No AI, no AI, no ChatGPT. I know that this goes against our ethos and all that other stuff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just saw what we did with brains.
without AI.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say Connor did. Well, Dr. Business did with brains.
To be fair, ChatGPT trained me at some point in some way, right?
Hey, that's what they're
Well,
gonna
cool. So, but we're on to the next thing because we have your video game embedded. That was one of the things we wanted to accomplish. We still have 10 minutes.
All
Let's
right.
see what else we can get done.
All right. So
All
let's
right.
see if we can at least put up the parameters, because then we can basically finish out whatever we got. Or like I said, you can because if possible, if I could get it some type of little bit of functional or just like at least front facing, because I'll present on Wednesday at Keystone.
Tomorrow?
Not Keystone, Waywo. So even
Yeah.
if it doesn't like work, just kind of show, and then now on Thursday we can kind of mock put it up together to where it's like the shop. So we can put like a skeleton for today, if anything.
Yeah, we'll see what we could do. It's just time-wise crunchy.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, that's why I was saying like it's no like biggie, even if we just get like one today.
Yeah.
And then if it's a pretty easy thing, then I'll just basically just show the people like, hey, this is what you're gonna do, and this is what it is. Just how we have that one.
Cool. So let me start with WooCommerce. We've got a few plugins we still have to install.
Oh yeah. So I forgot about those. So that might be you might be a little capped on time.
Yeah. So I mean, but the thing is I need to install these tools first, and then I can copy over the templates over pretty quickly. And so we can get a product page probably by tomorrow. That's basically the extent of it.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. Like I said, I know you already got things going on and whatnot.
I think that's the one, but I think we'll just start with WooCommerce.
Yeah, I think that's what we did on the last one.
We need essential add-ons and then the Crock-a-Block wizard.
People are gonna be like, "Oh man, what's going on with this episode? We didn't get no AI." Well, sorry.
Right. Well, in some ways, no code, low code tools, which are what we're teaching you, are the point of AI.
Yeah, this is what AI does in a couple chips talking to each other.
Everything's been incremental, making each little part of building a website, running your business easier, one tool at a time.
Yeah.
And those AI tools are like the ultimate version of that. But until the AI tools can control basically these not these low code tools, um, we're kind of in this limbo where you still need someone who can sync the two up, and
Yep.
that's what we do really well.
Exactly.
Um, Apparently, something's incompatible. I'm gonna have to look and figure out what that is. Let me install this first.
Yeah, I'll probably, now that I put together that idea, I think I'm going to put together a possible little anime.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I love the idea for it. I ever told you about the cartoon I wanted to do?
Nah.
So it's basically with my little characters, like my little Dr. Business guy and stuff.
Yeah.
And the idea is to set them on a college campus, and it's sort of like an anarcho-capitalist commentary, another or an Ayn Randian commentary on the state of social discourse, but through the eyes of like these cartoon college students. And they're like, oh, look at all these problems we're facing. Look at how we're addressing those problems today and how we're basically doing lip service to truly solving them.
Yeah.
And, how do we actually, put systems in motion, even if they're parallel systems that compete with the systems in place to solve these problems, because no one else is going to do it.
Sure.
And so it's clearly, very, very politically ideological cartoon, but it also seems like really fun way to, because like cartoons, you can explore things a whole different bunch of ways.
Yeah.
And the thing that we were going to do is you buy your NFT, you own your NFT character. If we use them in the cartoon, you get the first right to be the voice of it.
That'd be dope. Oh shit! I don't know why nobody's thought about doing that. That'd be dope as shit. Because like when you have things like The Simpsons, like just imagine if The Simpsons put out an NFT.
Right? It'd be so fun. Imagine if you could be inside of The Simpsons, right?
Yeah. And like literally The Simpsons could be like, we're going to come out with 1,000 NFTs. If you buy this NFT, we're going to do a raffle for the person that gets to be the voice of this new character. That person could have 10 seconds. Literally, they could have 10 seconds, but the money that they would make from selling that damn NFT.
Right?
Simpsons, if you're listening, I want my royalties on this idea too.
Well, yeah, let's cut us both in on this for sure.
We want royalties on
we
this.
want executive producer titles
Yes.
For this spin out series.
We'll change your whole financial dynamic, and there will be no bear market if you get Dr. Business and Risk No Dollars on your productive creative team, and let us use whatever blockchain we decide to.
It will be Solana. I mean, if I'm being a maxi about it, I'm pushing our whole team to do dev on it.
I mean, marketing wise, it would make sense for Solana Simpsons on Solana.
Yeah. Ooh, anytime you play on SS wording though, you verge on the end of dangerous ideologies. So
true. Could you possibly make like an AI generated like Simpsons, and then create an NFT project on Solana? Call it Soul Simps.
Or Simp token for it.
Yeah, or Simp Souls, or whatever you want to call it. And then basically what you do is to the people that buy in, you would have episodes, and then like you just said, offer up the voice parts. Be like, I need you to just say this part. This is what the part is going to be. This is what the conversation is. I need you to say these things, and then we're just gonna take it and put it into what is it? Synthesia, whatever. What's the AI?
With Sensata or something.
Sensata, something like that. But then now we just put it in there, and we'll be like, yeah, we want you to say it like this, and then it's just gonna basically just do it for us.
This is Kansas, not Missouri, right?
Missouri.
Missouri for the business? Okay.
Yeah.
I have to turn off a setting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's good. I just start these updates and then we should be good. All right. So let me go ahead and upload the product template real quick.
Yeah. Because then all the other stuff we can, because I know like we have to connect to put like the business and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We can do that probably on like Thursday if you want.
Yeah.
Since you're it's about 3:22.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes. We'll get through this ish.
No, like I said, we can wrap things up here right now, so that way, like I said, at a good stopping point for you.
Yeah. Damn it, I can't do that. But let me just do one thing. All products. Real quick. Okay. This will make it a little bit better. Now let's go ahead and add a product. Create product. And so let's just kind of do this simple real quick, right? And we might use ChatGPT. So what do I do with one of these?
So it's just gonna be a picture of them, and it's just gonna say orange or apple next to it. It's just gonna basically be it's just gonna be the placeholder picture, and just gonna represent an apple. That's it.
All right, so apple. One organic, locally sourced apple. How many apples do you want to have in inventory?
11.
Okay. Inventory. In stock. Track quantity. Quantity is 11. General. $1.99. So the attributes. No attributes right now. Cool. Product image. We're coming under the wire. Got 1 minute. So I think we are good to publish for now.
Boom.
And with it published, let's go see how did the template turn out. We might have to edit the template. We might not have time to edit the template, but we might be pretty darn close. Just so you know, Rich, to get to this, it is produce matrix /product /apple.
Okay.
Well, that's great. No bueno.
No worries, bro. I don't want to what to call it. It's already 3:25. So should we go ahead and wrap that bad boy up for today? And then we can like I said, you'll be able to touch it up, especially like I said, once you have time and stuff like that.
For sure. Well, I'm not gonna not try to get this fixed right now, because why not?
See, this is why.
I'm a competitive person, you know.
I know what you mean, but see, at the same time too, like I said, I want to hold you up from your meeting. That way, you can be able to touch up on some stuff before you hop in there.
Yeah, well, this will teach someone to like not send meeting notes in advance. So Also, it's not even what I thought our meeting was going to be about. So there's also that. I'm hoping that just doing that fixed it. But let's see if the whole website is fucked right now or just that page. Great. So now we get to play the game of let's deactivate shit.
Gotta love it.
We'll leave the jet ones on for the second, see if that was it. Yeah. Okay, cool. We don't need those tools just yet, so we won't. But produce / Apple. What? All right, let's try one more time.
There you go.
That was not what I was expecting to see, though. Because we made our template, right?
Yep.
Did it just come in unstyled? I was like, I thought we styled this in the other one, but anyways.
Looks clean.
Yeah, I mean, looks clean-ish.
But I mean, like, for as much as like you were just doing this all and then like crunch time, that's pretty. I think it's pretty smooth.
Yeah, I realized we don't have a header on your website or anything, so that's part of the challenge here.
Okay.
So there's a few more things that we need to get done. So like, let's go back to the produce matrix page, right? Like we've got our color scheme, we've got a page, but unlike Dash, in between, we've got a header navigation ready to go.
Yeah.
Right. I hadn't planned out more than just the landing page at this point.
Okay.
So I need to get you a header so that when people go to a page, which they can't even navigate to, you'd have to literally type this in to get there. And this is what they'll see, but they can literally buy it right now. And that's what it looks like on your mobile phone.
That's dope.
But yeah, all right. I might be able to make this look prettier between now and when you have to present it way well. I probably should be able to make it prettier. I should maybe be able to get you a header as well. So I'll let you know.
All right. Yeah, no, I mean, the worst come to worst, like I said, I mean, the main thing right now is just I have the page. I already have like the landing page for people to be able to see what the project's about. And then obviously this is stuff that we have in development.
So you have all the way basically to checkout, but you don't have a payment option set up. So,
but I mean that's MVP. I mean, really, that's the point. MVP is supposed to be ugly. Before on Airbnb, you had to have an air mattress. So it's the same thing, man.
Yep. So,
but all right, man. Appreciate it again.
Yeah, I'm glad that this show went well enough. Again, we didn't showcase AI, but we showcased low-code tools and how quickly you can spin up literally shit on websites.
Exactly, so, ladies and gentlemen. So again, this is like I said, you guys are seeing Playhouse services at work. So if you guys need any services done, Dr. Business is your guy with Playhouse, and there are many, many services. And as you see now, Dash in Between is adding services. Like I said, video games now, advising, consulting, NFTs. We're at the end of the day, we're spreading the love. Both of Dr. Business, Rich No Dollars. We about the money, but hey, we accept all kinds of currency.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
But all right, man.
All right. Peace.
Yeah.